Excellent. Yeah. So we are live on.
I can't.
Yep. I'm coming back
you.
to you. Let's see. Done. Good. All right. Perfect. All right. Welcome. Gonna set up for a beginning yoga class today. And it's focused on neck and shoulders. So I have obviously yoga mat, couple blocks, and a couple blankets are very, very helpful, especially when we are sitting in meditation. Having a lift for yourself, helpful, so helpful, because it lets the spine stay nice and upright, but allows the knees to drop down. So yes, Carol's here with me. She's always my muse. And so Carol, we're starting seated. We'll take a couple moments to give that quiet repose from a busy day. It's morning in San Diego, but Carol is in France and it's the evening. So she just had a long day of working and this is her way of winding down, coming live with me on Zoom. Whew. So just a couple breaths, let your chin drop, your chest lift, swallow a couple times. And 3 inhales through the nose and exhales out through the mouth. We'll do 3 consecutive. Inhale through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Again, inhale nose. Out through the mouth. One more time, inhale nose. Out through the mouth. Great, seal the lips. Back in through the nose. Out through the nose. Feeling the breath move up the spine on the inhale. You can start wiggling the spine a little bit and then down the spine on the exhale. In fact, this beautiful undulation of the spine. Inhale, letting your chest come forward. Exhale, rolling the chin down to the chest, navel into the spine, and come back. Like cat-cow, inhale forward. Exhale back. I'm now going to turn my palms towards my knees as well. Inhale forward, heart moving. Exhale back, chin to the chest. Again, inhale. Exhale. Couple more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Dogs are barking. Live yoga class on my deck. Exhale. Oh my gosh. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. All right, now split out. Let it flow right from the base of the spine. So you're inhaling your heart forward. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Are you getting some cracks and gosh, I am through my lower back to my spine, just starting to heat up into the low back. Letting the hips be heavy, maybe even the chin drops forward. Wow. And then switch directions, go the other way. All with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. We have somebody in the house. My son will figure it out. Woo. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Wow. Just love how immediately the low back starts feeling those sensations of movement, keeping the hips heavy and the torso light. Good. So pause at the center. Just sense the new warmth in the low back. In fact, take the hands, the warm hands, and put them on your low back. Just see if you can sense if there's any new energy flowing through the back. You can even pound on the back a little bit. Oh yeah. Excellent. Wow. So nice. Yeah, new vitality through the low back. Inhale, bring the arms high. We'll transition to side bending. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Bring that up and over to the right side. Nice. Let that right hand drop down and arm extends up and over. You can move the rib cage upward and the chin up. Great. Inhale, come back up to center. And the other side, over to the left side. Left hand comes down, right arm up. Rotate the rib cage upward. Woo. Really good. In through that right hip, right rib cage, heart's lifting. Inhale, come back up. Good. And then shake out the arms, go forward and back. You can alternate one on top and then the other on top. Sort of like freedom with the palms, even to kind of tap your back as you bring them all the way back. Beautiful. And then right arm, let's go into eagle arms with right arm underneath the left. Take the left arm and bring it straight. So right arm's underneath the left. Bring the right arm over to the right and look to the left. Take a moment to clear, swallow, and breathe. You should feel a nice pull on the front of the left shoulder. Good. Come back to center. Now go ahead and wrap up the arms. So if it doesn't feel like you can reach your hands, open up or grab your shoulders, and that might work fine. But if you have your wrists, grab the wrists and lift up and drop down. Classic shoulder sequence. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dropping low. One more time. Inhale, coming high. Exhale, dropping low. Good. Reaching back up. This time, grab the palms together. So you're crisscrossed, so you're in an X, but then the palms come together. Head comes through the arms. Set yourself really tall. And then off to the right Come back to center, off to the left. One more like that. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Wow. Come back to center. Stay tall. Exhale to the left. Beautiful. Back to center. Release the arms to cactus arms to get your heart to lift up. Nice. Chin drops. Elbows come behind you. Interlace your fingers. Drop the fist down. And then just alternate side to side with the fists. So you should find some pull in the neck. Good. Come back to center. Wow. I'm feeling so much release and of tension and stress in the shoulders. Hopefully you are too. Cactus arms again. And then in between sides, we're going to do that eagle arms on the other side, but in between, let's stretch out the low back a little bit. So just reach yourself forward. Letting the head be heavy. Good. And then walk the hands to one side. Come back to center. And the other side. Over to the other side. Great. Come back to center. Beautiful. I love that sensation of pulling through the back. Get yourself to grow tall again. And also, give your knees a moment to have more circulation come back into the knees, into the feet. Let's shake out the toes. Windshield wiper the toes back and forth. Excellent. All right, so something different with the feet. So the non-habitual way. So I have usually putting my right foot in, you want to switch it up. Close your feet back up, but now you have the opposite foot on the outside. Okay, good. Just again, let's play with that circle, knowing that we just switched our feet. We have a different sensation happening through the hips. Switch directions in the other way. Great. Pause at that middle place. And then we have the other side for the eagle arms. So your left arm comes underneath the right. Bring the right arm over to the left, and then look over the right shoulder. Great. Come back to center. Hook up the arms for your eagle arms. Wrap them up. Inhale, coming tall. Exhale, dropping low. Great. Up again. Inhale to reach high. Exhale to drop low. Inhale, last time, up. Exhale to drop low. Wow, so good. I love it. Then crisscross the arms. This time the left arm is in front of the right. Hands come through. Good. And then see curve right and left. Real life, my son, we're homeschooling, and he has his spelling class happening right now. So I can hear it. So I'm gonna go shut the door. Open up the chest. Good. Gently drop your chin down, shake it out. And we're going into Malasana. So use 2 blocks, set the blocks up. Find yourself sitting in Malasana. Perfect. And I'll be right back. All right, so you know what to do. If you've been with me for a while, you have your elbows on the inside. What happened? Being turned on. Well, you're gonna have to get back on. Okay. All right. So technical difficulties. Sink into the feet. I'm so glad I have my yoga, because if I didn't have my yoga, I don't know what I would do, right, Carol? It's just like keeps us so sane. It's like nothing matters. Oh well, you can fix it. You got this. And he does. All right, so we're gonna stay here for another 5 breaths. Sink into your feet. Let your torso grow tall. Oh wow. Exhale. Press into the feet. Little bit of pressure between elbows and knees. It feels beautiful. Inhale again. Exhale. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Wow, last breath. Inhale all the way up to the top of the head. Exhale down the spine. That's it. Release the hands. Drop the head forward. Feet can come closer together. Inhale. And forward fold. Good. So feet about hip width apart. Grabbing, making sure your hip creases are going high. You have the space in the belly. Leaning forward towards your toes. And then grab the elbows and just let that rock side to side. Oh, it's so easy to hold the head up thinking about things that are just going on. You want to shake your head yes and no. Yes again. No. Definitely end on a yes. Good. Release your arms. Use your hands on your shins as you roll yourself up. In fact, just roll yourself up to about this halfway point, and once you're resting your hands on your knees, you find that sweet pause. Walk your toes together. So now your toes are coming a little closer. You're sitting back into that chair. Circle out the knees. Oh yeah. Movement of right and left with the knees. And then switch directions, go the other way. pause. Give the heat a great way to get the legs to light up a little bit in chair. Hips creases back, ribs in, arms extending forward, but then pull the shoulders onto the back. Sit a little lower. See if you can peek down to see your toes. Hold your chair. Okay, inhale. Over to the right. Right arm back. Exhale to front. Do that again on the other side. Inhale. Exhale to front. And again. I love how my legs are heating up. Hopefully yours are too. And I think they are. Yeah. Last one. Yeah, this is my pleasure. Yes, my legs are heating up. Oh my God. All right, you ready? And woo, good. Hands supporting your low back. Push your hips forward. Let the elbows come back. And you find yourself in a little bit of back bend. Come back with the hips, and we'll do that again. Back and forward. Last one. This last one, hold the hips forward. Keep the heart lifting. See if you can release your hands and push the fist down. Great. Now the hips come back and come into forward fold. Exhale. Great. Release the hands to the low back. Give it a little pound. Side of the legs. Back. Calves. Back. Good. And then it's so fortunate I have blocks right here. I can use a block underneath one hand. And opposite arm comes up. So adding a twist. Make sure the block is underneath the shoulder. You can also soften one knee. My right knee soft as my left arm comes up. So it's opposite. You can also circle out that top arm. Good, and then switch sides. So now that arm comes down and you're up onto the other side. Same thing, you can circle out the top arm. Good, hand comes down. And then make sure you're at the front of the mat. I'm going to move myself. Front of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Go ahead and step back into high plank. So if the high plank is too much for your body and you need a little bit of support, see if you can support yourself in half of a plank. Good. Come down to the belly and move into up dog. So if up dog does not feel correct, know that you can play with a little bit of cobra where you're just lifting your torso a bit. Mentally, you might be able to move yourself through and you'll come into up dog. In through tabletop and come into child's pose. Support your head with your hands. Take a couple deep sighs right there. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Reaching the hands towards the front of the mat. Stretch out the arms. And then walk the hands over to one side. Come back to center. And the other side. Great. Come back to center. And then to all fours. Come to all fours. Supporting yourself on. Spread fingers, spread hands, knees right underneath the hips. We'll go right into cat-cow. Okay, rounding the back, chin into the chest. Drop the navel down, heart forward, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Cow. Exhale, cow. Last one. Nice. Good. And then from the tabletop, you're keeping your knees right where they are, but now you're walking the hands forward into puppy pose. So you walk the hands forward. Notice that the mid back, you can get more stretch through the mid back. You drop your chest down, and even you can look forward or use your chin. Today, I'm going to take it a little bit deeper for myself. I'm going to look forward. See how it opens the underneath of the arm. Good. Ready to come out? You drop your forehead, press into the palms a little bit. Just come on back and we'll sit on our heels. Woo, that was a lot. I need to roll my shoulders. Maybe you do too. Up and down. So if sitting on your heels is not comfortable, definitely go into a different posture. You can support yourself with the blankets. Sit cross-legged. There's a few more shoulder stretches I want to do here, okay? Take the right hand, left side of the head, yep, and the ear to the shoulder. Sensations through this opposite arm. Noticing what's happening. Letting that expand and stretch out through the side of the neck. Check in with the breath. Couple deep sighs if that needs to happen. Beautiful. Gently come out. Let the both arms circle up and around, shoulders that is. And then reverse direction. Great. And then the other side, left hand to the right side of the ear. Dropping the ear to the shoulder. Options to let this right arm lift and pull back behind you. That adds added release for the right side of the neck and shoulder. Wow, so good. Excellent. Beautiful. Let's stand on our knees. I need to back up a little bit. We're stepping forward with the right foot. Extra support underneath your left knee. So if you have a blanket or a towel, you can set that underneath that left knee, or sometimes just rolling the mat over can help the back knee feel cushioned. So right fingers in this hips crease, drop that hip down, pull it back. And we're just going into a beautiful lunge. Shoot the arms up, inside out with the palms. Oh, classic. I love this posture where you're in a lunge with the side bend. Right hand can come towards the earth. Inhale, bring that back up. Inside out with the palms, up and over to the other side. Great, hand comes down. Nice, come back up. Just giving you encouragement. Heart lifting, hips dropping forward. Good. So bring that chin back down, move the hands to the low back. I'm gonna turn so you can see what it looks like. I have my palm fingertips up, but you can bring your hands down as well. You see that integrity of the lower body. Once you find that support with the hands on the back, let your heart lift up again. Good, chin comes down, hands on the waist, flex out through that right heel. Now we're going into half monkey pose. Hinge right at the waist. Extra support for your hands. You can bring your blocks over. Over you go, that right hamstring, calf stretch. You can even point and flex that front foot. You can also walk your torso over to one side. And to the other side. So good. Wow, nice. Back into lunge. Hands on the inside. Just walk this right foot back and either move through your flow, or you can set yourself into child's pose. You can even go into a little cat-cow. I like that idea. Let's just go cat-cow, stretch it out. And if it feels like your wrists are getting fatigued, you can come to your elbows and do cat-cow as well. Excellent. And pause after your cat-cow and child's pose again. All right, we're ready for the other side. So come back to your knees. Come back to standing on the knees. Step forward, left leg. Feel the fingertips inside this hip crease. As you drop this hip crease down, you're pulling it back, which helps the right hip come forward and your hips can drop. Good. Engage that front foot, a little bit of power into that front foot. You'll feel that pressure awaken the outside edge of the left glute. All of that is actually quite significant. You want some power to be engaged in that left leg. Come on up, inside out with the, come on up with the arms, inside out with the palms. C curve over to one side. Left hand comes down, or whichever side you are on is fine. Great, come back up, inside out with the palms, and then over to the other side. Hand comes down. Nice, come back up, open to cactus, get your heart to lift, strong lower belly, hands to the low back. Chin can come down for balance. Once you have your hands placed and you're supporting your back, open your heart and drop back again. Good, chin comes up, push into the front foot for half monkey pose, flex through the heel, hinge at the waist. So I just want to show you how to use blocks. If you have your blocks close to you, you don't have to get out of the posture, obviously, but you're using your blocks, one on each side. Absolutely helpful, a great support for your hands and arms. And even use them when you move your torso off to one side as well. And make sure you do the other side. Good, come back to center. Release the blocks, come into a low lunge, hands on the inside. Walk the foot back and rest in child's pose. Ooh. So add on to this child's pose. Take one leg and just shoot it off to the side and see if you can set your hips back again. And I like either toes, yeah, toes are up. Today my toes want to go up. Then this is flexibility in my knee. If you do not have the flexibility in the knee, just kick your leg off to the side, use your elbows, and just go to where it stops. If you're able, you might be able to bring that right hip to the right heel. But just don't worry if it doesn't happen. Knowing that your body's just stretching the exact way it needs to stretch. Gently come off. We're going to switch sides. So now your other leg goes off to the side. If you're able, you can squeeze that knee back, hip to the heel, using your hands for support. Once you're there, you can stretch out through the upper body. Nice. Come on out. And I just kind of want to stay down on the ground for the rest of the class. So just get yourself to your sit bones. Play with stretching out through the hamstrings. So make sure your sit bones are back, your torso is tall. You can use a couple blocks. See what happens. See if you can bring your forehead down to the blocks. And they can always go higher. You know, you can find this height and support your head that way. Okay. For me, I think one block is enough. That was my heel. Good. Oh, actually, there we go. We'll just take a few breaths. Three more breaths. Good. Come back up. Walk your fingers back. And now we're going over to one side. So roll. I'm going to my right side first. Roll the left toes inward. See how it rotates into the hip socket? Get the upper body to turn slightly. And what that does is it actually helps the rotation of the right leg outward. Once you find the rotation in on the left, out on the right, drape the torso over the right side. So sensations pulling in the left hip for me. That's the sensation I feel. You might feel right hamstring a little bit more. I'm going to stay for 5 breaths, so just be patient with your body. Wow, I love it. Oh my gosh, just the openings and the expansive feeling of creating new space in your body. That's why we do what we're doing. We're finding inner seeing, inner awareness, inner energetic flow. You're increasing the light in your body when you open new pathways, new receptive lines of energy. When they start opening up, you're bringing healing, new vital healing into the body. So trust in that. It's really the main reason why we're stretching. You know, this is like therapy. So let's do the other side. So you're rotating that right toes in. You're letting this natural turn of the hip socket. Then you find your gaze towards your left toes, left hip heavy. Everything's heavy. Let gravity heavy and come over to the other side. This side may be completely different. You might not be able to go as far. You might need more support. I'm using my hands to support me more on this side. Gradually going deeper. Woo! So cool. All right, I feel like that's plenty. You know that you're in control. If you needed to come out sooner, I encourage you to have your own timing. Wow, that was amazing. So use your fingertips to help. Wow, walk your feet in. And excellent way to recover from something like that, from the low back and the inner stretching of the inner groin. Take a moment just to soothe the body with rock and roll. So hands on the front of the knees, lift your torso tall, and roll yourself back. And oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't want to stop, but we will. Come back, come to your back. Come to your back and just circle out your knees. Switch directions. And just a little core before we start closing up. Take eagle legs. And we've been in eagle arms. We're going to do eagle arms. So I have my right over my left knee. And now I'm going to bring my left underneath my right arm. We have eagle arms. Find your elbows and knees coming together and then apart. So inhale together, exhale apart. We're just doing a set of 10. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Unwind the arms, circle out the knees. Switch directions. And then the other side. So now we have right knee over the left. And then the right arm underneath the left. Elbows come together. And apart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Oh, 10. Good. Unwind. Circle out the knees. Good. All right. Active bridge. Active bridge. What is that? Feet right next to your hips. Outside of the feet parallel to each other. Find yourself rolling up. Your hips come up. Drop your shoulders underneath you. And interlace your fingers if you can. If not, just bring them out to the sides. Keep looking up. Interlace the fingers, drape the shoulders under you a little bit more. Maybe the feet come in a little closer. Nice, and then roll down. Bring your knees to your chest, forehead toward your knees, and then circle it out. All right, this last bridge, I'm going to use a block to support my back. Go ahead and slide the block underneath and walk the feet out. Walk the feet over to one side. Come back to center. And the other side. Great, back to center. Walk the feet back in towards your hips and just hover them. See if you can balance on your block. Plant your feet, bring your hips up, take the block out, roll down. Circle out the knees again. Any last posture that your body wants? Happy baby. Today, I think Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your soles of your feet together in front of you. Let your knees drop apart. For me, I need support on my knees, but you may not. You might feel comfortable just letting your knees drop off to the sides without support. But for me, hips want support. So I'm letting my hips drape off to the sides with blocks hooked underneath. You can also take your arms, make sure your scapula are open. So I tend to bring a little bit of tension up and out. So the scapula spreads out on the mat. And then drop the hands above you, resting your elbows on the ground. When you feel ready to go into Shavasana, corpse pose, where your legs are straight, your arms down by your sides. Take a few minutes in Shavasana. Another trick, take the block that you just used for your Bakasana, Supta Bakasana, and put them underneath your legs for Shavasana.
Wow. That was just so deep and relaxing. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Wow. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Gently take a knee up, the other knee up. Rocking side to side. And then rolling to that side that you want to roll towards. And come on up. Nice and slow. Once your torso is up, take that last breath together. Inhale nose. Wide open, exhale mouth. So good. Namaste. All right. See you next time. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can remember to subscribe to my channel. All right, Carol, thank you so much for being here. So good.
Thank you, Da.
You're welcome. Yeah.